folks, in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jared McKinnon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. For years, this matchup, the Chiefs and 49ers, would have been known as the Joe Montana game. These being the two teams that Montana played for in his Hall of Fame career. But now, of course, it's a Super Bowl rematch. Super Bowl 54 in Miami. That game won by the Chiefs 31-20 with that furious fourth quarter comeback to win their second Lombardi trophy. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and... From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll find Ayuk open right side. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up. No further.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 6.
Keep pushing the ball down the field.
Throwing now is Lance. His throw incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he was trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lance. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lance looking to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Lance now on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Lance going to keep it on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
Speedy, elusive, always a threat to get to the quarterback. Frank Clark remains a high-end defender and made his 3rd straight Pro Bowl in 2021.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run once more with McKinnon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Mahomes now on first down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for KC. 65 yards. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Second and 2.
Hey, go Fury. Red, cycle. Striker, 3-3.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Lance now on first down. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38, Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Tariq Castro-Fields in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. But that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lance. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. First down, here's Mitchell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Lance to throw on second down here. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly is told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And Lance going to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Gold is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And not much happening there, not much at all. They'll get to it and down it, but at the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check right.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Working from the gun, Lance. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And out across midfield down to the 45. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On play action, Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Again, it's Lance. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Try the right side with Mitchell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Mitchell. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Ultra.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception.
Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Mahomes going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Lance to throw it.
Again, he finds more. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Here's Lance. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Mitchell, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Lance.
Hard throw, incomplete.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Okay, ready?
Desperation time here. Lance.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Second down, McKinnon. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Steps away to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And they will take over first and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on second down. Lance, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Lance throwing out wide for Samuel.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mahomes going to throw it here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now here's Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Play, 97.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
on 1st and 10. Here's Lance. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
Okay, right?
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
To throw, it's Lance.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
One final try now for Lance.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So this one in the win column for Kansas.